Hi, welcome to Tarot for Insight. Today we're going to talk about reclaiming your power. Um, they say all the world's a stage, and if it's true, we're all playing a role. But are you really playing the role you were born to play? Things happen in our life that makes us forget sight of who we really are. Things like abuse, neglect, um, a narcissistic parent, a cheating spouse, they all can change our perception of who we are, and we start to change the dialogue in our head of who we are. Today, for Tarot for Insight, we're going to do a little exercise where we can try to reclaim our power and get to the roots of who we really are and how to stand in our power and begin the process of healing. Um, I'm going to start with a scenario probably a lot of people have dealt with, and that is the narcissistic mother or narcissistic parent. That parent that always has a way of making you feel inferior, um, not approved of, a parent that probably made you always second guess yourself, that you're even allowed a right to your feelings or to feel the way because they were always telling you how you should feel or how it pertained to them. And you really never got a good, strong sense of who you were. Reclaiming your power is finding out who you are, getting back to that person, and doing the work to be your healthy best self. It seems like I pick on the Queen of Swords, but they are the intelligent sign, and most always kind of right sometimes. So I kind of thought this would signify a narcissistic parent. When they're upside down, they can smite you with their words and be cut you down and make you feel awful. So I thought that was a good signifier. And I already did the 3 card spread. And the first card we did was the Ace of Wands, and it was the Ace of Wands upside down. And this kind of fit really good with dealing with a narcissistic parent because Ace of Wands is the beginnings of something, or when you want to start something, but it has not been fruitful yet, or has not been to completion. And a narcissistic parent probably made you feel the same way, that you can never do anything to completion, or it was never done good enough, or it never was done satisfactory. So you always feel like that. Yourself always felt like that. That I am never good enough. I'm not where I should be. Um, and Then we have the past was a 2 of Wands upside down. And this is a card, it was upside down. This card means haste. You do things quickly, you do things not thinking about it. Uh, uh, you know, you probably were rushing to keep up with this person that this narcissistic parent. You're probably always rushing. How can I ever be good enough for her? How could I you're always falling short. Hasting, rushing, always falling short of what she wanted you to be. So that there you go. There's your never felt you were good enough, or you were um completely the way she wanted you to be, and you always felt like you had to keep up, and you never made that. Now, in your present self, I mean your future, you had a really excellent card, and this is a good healing card right here. You had the Magician upside down, and it was the upside down means the left hand path, and that's the path of the individual, the path that takes the person that does things their way, but they're powerful in their way, and they're smarter than most people. So the Magician is a really good card to strive to get over those feelings of inadequacy that you grew up with, because they have all the tools they need to prove this Queen of Swords wrong. They just that they can do it. They're the Magician, man. They can stand in their own power, and they can be victorious. Um, you just have to remember you're the individual. The when it's upside down, it's the left hand path. That's the path of the individual, the path that strays off the norm, the path that does what they want, but gets back and still proves he's amazing, even though he didn't do things the way everybody wanted them. So there you go. It didn't tell the future, but it gave you ideas on how you got to feel the way you did, how affected you in the past and gave you really good ideas in the future. To remember, you are an individual, and you can defeat this person that maybe put you down all your life, made you feel horrible, because you have tools and you are amazing, and you can be different and still be good. So these things would give you little tidbits. Another really good one I thought of was the person with the cheating spouse. When you're dealing with somebody that's cheating, you tend to think, I'm not lovable enough, or what can I do to be better? Why did he stray? But a lot of times, cheaters are, it has any very little to do with finding a great romance. It's problems within themselves that they're dealing with, that they're probably just trying to self-soothe. So we're gonna do a King of Wands, who's a passionate person. We'll do the cheating guy this way for the scenario, and you could be the one being cheated on. We'll do the drawing cards here. But the King of Wands upside down, passionate but short-sighted, and a little bit selfish when he's upside down, which seems like a good scenario for a cheater. So here we go. Let's get this 3-card spread. Let's give it one more shuffle, and I'll show you these cards as we go. Alright, so roll them out, and let's see where we go. Alright, card of self, card of self, card of past, card of past, and the card of the future. Here we go. How are we gonna see our way through some serious pain? There's a cheating spouse. How can you reclaim somebody that took your power by not loving you the way you wanted to be loved? Okay, so card of self is a Page of Pentacles upside down. Page is a person. Pentacles is solid plans, something solidified, a business, a marriage, a job. So the Page is somebody that's young and optimistic, full of ideas. The Page of Pentacles also is news, messaging back and forth. Could signify a relationship that, was consistent with cheating, the messaging back and forth. And then you as the Page of being an idealist that quite didn't come true. The past is the Ace of Swords upright. Ace of Swords is somebody that has conviction. Somebody that has conviction, that believes in their fight, and believes with believes in whatever their belief is, whatever they stand for, they're willing to fight for it. A swift action. And that might have been somebody that had a belief, and the relationship was going to be one way, but it wasn't. And then here we can look at ways to how we can fix ourselves. And this one kind of threw me for a loop, but it was a King of Pentacles upright. And I thought, well, I don't think you want to run towards another person. But a King of Pentacles actually is a person that is the master of their own domain, that it doesn't stray from the truth or what's right, who's straightforward and forthright. And those are traits that would get you over somebody like that, that reliable, being forthright and straight in your convictions, where you don't falter. Okay, so when this cheating scenario gets to you, you don't falter. You don't fall back into those patterns, because you're a king. You're a King of Pentacles, man. You're strong, and you're solid, and you won't be swayed, and you won't be corrupted. So there you go. There is some more insight on a difficult problem, reclaiming your power. And I hope these two scenarios on how to reclaim your power with the magician upside down for the narcissistic parent, that you can be an individual and be just as magnificent as the person, the narcissistic person in your life that made you feel you weren't. And also with the cheating spouse, the King of Pentacles, somebody that's straightforward, forthright, true to their convictions, won't be swayed, will not be made to feel inferior anymore. You are awesome in your own right. So, I hope I opened your mind a little bit on how to like heal problems with tarot. So I'm hoping you're liking these videos. I'm liking doing them. So, alrighty, guys. Bye bye.